Hello, wrestling fans! Welcome to another edition of Tag Team. I'm your host, Cedar Scorpio, alongside the invincible E. Vincent.
Hey!
Slammiversery is upon us. TNA's biggest pay-per-view. I would say bigger than Bound for Glory, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But again, this is finally upon us here. Not only was it going to be the biggest pay-per-view yet, TNA had big old 10-year anniversary jamboree, but also the first announced Hall of Famer in TNA history.
Yeah, first announced Hall of Famer, surprise visits from folks from other companies, believe it or not. The extravaganza you won't want to miss.
All right, let's get started here with the action right away. Kicks off with a bang. Hulk Hogan comes out and states, "I want to start this off, brother, with the X Division Championship. Bring it on." So here we go. X Division to start the pay-per-view. First thing right there. Brilliant. Pay-per-view starts with X Division Championship. Talk about starting off with a bang.
Yeah, very nice, especially since it seems like the X Division, other than Austin Aries, the X Division has been getting kind of short shrift lately. So this was a well-done match. Austin Aries versus Samoa Joe right off the top. Again, with both of these guys, you expect a lot and you get a lot with this match. Austin Aries wound up winning this one basically after... Well, there was actually a couple of highlights in there. There was a 450 splash by Austin Aries off the top. He attempted he did a Hurricane Rana off Samoa Joe. Looked like he wrecked his neck, but he kept going. He wound up winning this one with a brain buster.
Got him up.
Yeah,
he got up Samoa Joe.
He was able to get Samoa Joe up and over for the brain buster.
Now, he landed him decently. He didn't hurt him or anything like that. And in fact, after the match, the 1, 2, 3 count here for Austin Aries, Samoa Joe and him shake hands, and they say, "Good job here for both of us," and well done here to start off Slammiversery. So, great match. High flying, high paced here. Samoa Joe definitely showed what he can do, stepping it up when the competition is worthy of that kind of effort.
Exactly. And Austin Aries looks like he's ready to go higher and farther in the TNA organization.
Absolutely. After this match, after a little segment here, Austin Aries does announce here to Jeremy Borash that he's ready for the main event. He's happy to be the champion here of the X Division, but he thinks he's ready for bigger and better, which I agree.
Yeah, there's no question. He's one of the guys that gets the most reaction out of the crowd. Visually spectacular in the ring. He's got the moves to slang the whole shebang. He's ready to go.
Well said, E. Well said. All right, after that, we had the next match of the night. Match number 2. It was Hernandez making his reemergence here to the ring versus Kid Cash. One of those understated quality wrestlers that TNA has. Just another guy that they have in their big arsenal of great wrestlers. This match was great. This match showed that Hernandez could actually take it to the air.
Yeah. Hernandez had a couple of moves in there where I was quite surprised. High risk. He went one high risk over the top on Kid Cash all the way out to the floor.
Flying headbutt to the outside.
Yeah. And,
he got some air. He got some air.
And it was like no apologies. I regret nothing. Over the top. It was very, very well done.
Absolutely. After that, he does another, looks like a splash here from the corner onto the ring, onto actually his opponent, Kid Cash, and gets the 1, 2, 3 count. Now, it looked like he was making some sort of a face turn when he had the Texas logo on his shorts.
Yeah, definitely playing to the Dallas, Texas crowd, or the Arlington or Dallas Fort Worth crowd, wherever the hell they were.
Arlington.
Yeah. So wondering if this could be, as you said, a face turn for Hernandez. We'll see as the weeks go on, but he came out the winner in this match, and it was a good match.
Looks to be, because Kid Cash is not really a fan favorite, even though I'm very entertained by seeing the guy wrestle. He's not really a crowd pleaser. He doesn't have the mic skills. He doesn't rarely takes the mic.
Well, when he does, he's always playing the heel. Obviously he's no Mr. Nice Guy. So, this was the perfect foil for Hernandez if Hernandez is in fact making some sort of a face.
We'll see. We'll find out here soon enough. After that, we had the first tag team match announced. This was the TV champion was included in this, but again, this wasn't a TV championship match. This poor guy has defended championship every Impact Wrestling on Thursday nights. This was Devon and Garrett Bischoff versus Robbie E and Robbie T. Robbie seems to not have enough trying to get Devon's TV championship. It belongs to me. I'm the rightful TV champion. Woo, 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 woo.
I mean, Japan Wrestling. That's what I meant to say. Yeah.
Right. Anyway, this match ends when Devon continues to retain, crowd pleasing, high flying, heavy hitting, keeps getting these wins in these games.
This conflict between these two groups has been going on back and forth over the last couple of weeks. Garrett Bischoff has been getting involved. He basically got sort of wrapped up in it when he was going for the TV championship, and Robbie T and Robbie E invited themselves down to the ring to get involved. And after the victory by Devon and Bischoff, they celebrated with the Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker Boogie Woogie Dance.
Can you do this to the Beach Boys? I said, can you do this to the Beach Boys?
I don't think you can do that to the Beach Boys.
No, you can't. You can't. All right. Anyway, Devon gets the W. They start to celebrate, and we move on here to different matches. After that, we had the triple threat #1 contenders match between Jeff Hardy, Rob Van Dam, and Mr. Anderson. This was high-octane, sick match. This was main event material, but this ended up being just the third card in this awesome pay-per-view we call Slammiversery.
Yeah, this combination of guys, these three guys, Anderson, Jeff Hardy, and RVD, keep winding up in matches together for a reason. Every time you get any combination of these three guys in the ring, it usually turns out to be pretty explosive. And tonight was no exception. The winner came out to be Ken Anderson, and basically with that was with the mic check, correct?
You're right, absolutely. Yeah. Hits the mic check. What happens is we have some drummer going on with RVD and Jeff Hardy. They're taking care of business on the side. Mr. Anderson comes in here. Mr. Anderson comes in here and hits it on RVD. So RVD gets mic checked, and RVD was getting hit in the face awful lot in this match.
He took at least two really bad face plants. One was off of a Jeff Hardy twist of fate, and then one was off of a mic check by Ken Anderson. I don't know if he was supposed to roll through those or what, but he
took it like a champ.
He got up and kept moving. So my hats off to RVD and his resilience. So, but yeah,
you still wrestling?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
It keeps on ticking, man.
Yeah, I'm RVD.
It's like the Energizer Bunny, man.
Whatever, RVD. Whatever works for you, buddy. Punch in the face. Way to walk it off. All right. After that, we had the Open Challenge. Crimson actually announces here to Jeremy Borash that he's been undefeated for 470-some days.
Yeah.
And he's the best thing since sliced bread. No pun intended here. And he's going to stay undefeated forever.
Yeah, even though...
Famous last words.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, remember where you were when you said that, because after he issued his open challenge, who comes down the ramp but James Storm?
Oh, Storm!
About your damn luck. He's been taking some time. He's been taking time off over the last few weeks. Apparently it was just to sort of get recharged for a match like this one. And James Storm came down and broke the tip of his cowboy boot off in Crimson.
And well said there. He hits the move, the super kick they call last call super kick, and gets the W, the 1-2-3 pinfall on Crimson. Now, personally, I thought this was the place for Matt Morgan to get the W, but Matt Morgan's nowhere to be seen.
That's a thing that I've been wondering about. What happened to Matt Morgan?
Some time off, getting some bones healed up. But again, they gave it to James Storm. Yeah, getting the win. You think that's legit? That's right.
Well, after the last few months of build up where Crimson's been mocking Matt Morgan. Matt Morgan got carted off before he even had his last match with Crimson, and all this retribution for Matt Morgan would have been good if he had gotten this win. But James Storm, according to the story, has been looking to get his head back straight about whether or not he wants to continue wrestling. So this was actually a good win for him too. So hats off to James Storm for this win.
James Storm, again, well deserved. And now we move on. The post defeat of Crimson era should be good. Now they can focus on championships, which I think the guy should have got some championship matches. Yeah. Being undefeated for 470 days.
Yeah, you would have think he would have got a championship.
You would have thought, right?
Now,
now they'll take him seriously and give him some title shots. Hopefully. All right, after that, we had the Knockout Division Championship match between Gail Kim and Miss Tessmacher. Now, Miss Tessmacher has seemed to have the number of Gail Kim in recent weeks, defeating her week after week on Impact
Yeah.
after finally suffering a loss to Gail Kim due to interference, I may say. This ended up a little bit more of the same. Miss Tessmacher, new knockout champion.
Yeah, Miss Tessmacher did manage to win this one, although, and to be fair, over the last few weeks, going against Gail Kim, performance has been pretty flawless, but it seemed like she might have been a little off-key in this match.
She's getting hit.
Yeah, she was
getting hit.
taking some serious bumps, but nevertheless, she came away with the win, so hats off to her.
She could take a hit, definitely.
Yeah.
Gail Kim was hitting her, botching moves. Unlike Gail Kim to do so. But, I mean, in all Gail Kim's defense, Miss Tessmacher wasn't doing anything to kind of compensate for those lack of luster moves.
Yeah, there was a couple of places where it looked like they might have been not quite on the same page, but nevertheless, good step for hey, better than a Kelly match. That's all I can say about that.
Cold-blooded. All right, after the new knockout champion is announced, we go to the next match between, this was entertaining, Joseph Park versus Bully Ray in the Anything Goes match.
Yeah.
Sign that, Joseph Park. Anyway.
You're a lawyer! You can't sign open-ended contracts like that.
Whatever. The guy signs this match and we continue. The guy's wearing jumpsuit here, ready to go at it, ready like he's going to run track, but he's really going to have a match with Bully Ray. This is a match where a lot of fans anticipated that the whole face turn was going to turn up and we're going to have it exposed that Joseph Park is really a piss.
Yeah.
But not quite.
Not exactly. It went sort of back and forth. Bully Ray was mostly pushing Joseph Park around, except for the times where he got overheated and just went full retard. That's gonna come back and bite me. I don't care.
You go full retard.
He went full retard.
You go full retard.
And but he wound up rolling out of the ring and under the mat, and all of a sudden, as they go looking for him, out pops Abyss. Now they showed him from far away, from the back. Never actually saw his face, but nevertheless, he was able to put the pace down on Bully Ray. And once he disappeared, and Joseph Park popped back up. Joseph Park was able to get the pin and the win.
Absolutely. Now, no one really saw Abyss's face in this pay-per-view, so it could have been a fill-in, for Joseph Park, blah, vice versa.
Yeah.
But the point is made. They're supposed to be two separate beings, Joseph Park and Abyss. It wasn't quite out the bag yet that it's the same guy, but, I mean, maybe he's got a twin brother, who knows?
He could be. He could be. You saw the Prestige, right?
Could happen. Could happen. All right. After that, we had the TNA Tag Team Championship match between Kurt Angle, AJ Styles versus Kazarian and Christopher Daniels, the Tag Team Champions. This match was entertaining as well. High octane, high impact. No pun intended, but not a mistake to say that. This was a great match.
Yeah.
This match ends with new Tag Team Champions.
New Tag Team Champions, Kurt Angle and AJ Styles. And yeah, this match was definitely off the chain. Kurt Angle, among other things, a double German suplex on Kazarian and Christopher Daniels at the same time. AJ Styles doing his shooting star press out to the outside of the ring, the one that Evan Bourne chickened out of. Again, phenomenal match. As usually as you would expect from AJ Styles and Kurt Angle. And, Christopher Daniels, one of the best heels in the business right now. And Kazarian playing along too. You can't say anything bad about Kazarian, but, as a placeholder, he did a great job. Go ahead, say something
As a
about
placeholder.
That's right.
I think you said all I needed to say right there. As a placeholder.
It's like, hey, look, you got LeBron, and then you got other guys that play around.
Kazarian makes my eyes want to rain. Yeah, he sucks. He sucks. I'm sorry. I said it. He sucks.
Look, this is check out my diplomatic skills. Comparing him up with Christopher Daniels was a great move for TNA.
Of course, carries him, man. Same thing that Bully Ray was doing with Devon all those years. Haven't you heard Bully Ray's saying that over and over and over again?
Yeah, well, Devon has a championship right now. Bully Ray is fighting with a lawyer.
Touche.
Come at me, Bully Ray.
All right. All right. After that, we had the main event: TNA Heavyweight Championship match between Bobby Roode, the champ, versus the newly announced future Hall of Famer, first Hall of Famer TNA history,
Yes.
Sting.
Sting, yes.
Absolutely.
This match was.
You didn't like it or what?
I really wanted to like this match. Sting. First of all, Sting. For this to be the first inductee into the TNA Hall of Fame, have nothing bad to say about that. You couldn't really pick anybody.
Can't argue.
More fitting for that honor. This match, it did what it was supposed to do. Again, established Bobby Roode as the heel, still the heel. He wound up coming out as the winner in this match. And Sting made his point after the match by the Scorpion Death Drop off the stage and onto that inflated bag. But he did actually ding his own head up in the process of that. But one thing I noted when the fans start chanting like "You still got it" at every match that you do, it's time to start looking at the clock.
I mean,
and there's nothing, you can't say anything bad about him if he does. If this is the beginning of his final run, you can't be mad at him. So.
Well, I still have gripes here to what happened here in the ring. We had a beer bottle bashed in the head. I think it's not a cap on it. It looked like it was still a fully intact beer bottle.
If that had a cap on it, he should have 2 concussions.
That dude got rocked.
Yeah,
he was mad. He took it out on freaking Brian Hebner for the point.
Yeah, well that's
just like his father.
That's the truth. Because
full retard.
Yeah, it was not pretty. Not pretty at all. Yeah, he got cut from that in the front of his head, and then later on he got cut in the back of his head when he went off the stage. So he's still willing to put in all the work. You can't take anything away from Sting or his history in wrestling at all. Have all the give Sting all the credit, but
Sting, absolutely, buddy, you deserve it. Congratulations, Hennis. All right. All right, that's pretty much the pay-per-view. This, in my opinion, was the best pay-per-view TNA had to offer this past whole year.
I would say yes, because they from start to finish, with few exceptions, almost every match that they had tonight was pretty gold. So yeah.
Now, like Dixie Carter said, the formalities here for the Hall of Fame induction will be during Bound for Glory. This is going to be October 14th, 2012. So quite some time here, so we got to milk this whole Sting Hall of Famer thing for quite some time. But again, not a better person that this honor could be bestowed upon. Besides, I would say AJ Styles.
Yeah, who was there since pretty much day one.
But again, can't argue with Sting. He's the older guy. Give seniority to the big man.
Yeah, AJ still got some more history to make.
AJ, man. All right. Anyway, that's all we have here for the review show.
One thing we left out. Christian Cage.
How did we forget?
How did that? I have no idea what the logistics behind that. I don't know what the blowback is, but just because they were able to make that happen, good on you, TNA. We'll see what kind of response he gets on Monday.
In case you didn't see it,
yeah.
Christian strolls in here when Hulk Hogan says, "Brother, I have a second surprise for you. Christian
Cage."
I'm like, all right, is this going to be like some fake Christian coming out? Or no, it's the freaking Intercontinental Champion coming out and going to
WWE, yes.
What do you say?
Yeah.
He's holding a TNA mic and everything.
He's holding a TNA mic. He's like, who would have thunk it to see me back at TNA? I'm like,
people chanting, "Don't go back! Don't go back!"
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a pretty huge moment, and I like the way he couched his words without slamming the current company that he works for, but also giving due respect to the company that he's talking about now.
Funny business going on here. First, Ric Flair's at the Hall of Fame induction over there for the Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
4 Horsemen, yeah, that's 4. Sorry, I can't count. And then we have Christian showing up TNA.
Yeah.
Just mingling? Sleeping with the enemy? What's up?
Maybe it could have been just like a business decision, kind of a tit for tat thing. We'll let one of our guys come over if one of your guys comes over to visit. But
Triple A
in other news,
style.
Ric Flair has stopped showing up at TNA, so don't know what to make of that.
The guy's old. Somebody go check his apartment.
Yeah.
Probably freaking dried up somewhere. Didn't mean that.
I just say that. That's me.
Apologize.
Why are you being hurtful?
All right. That is all we have here for
That was
the
that.
review show of Slammiversery 2012. I enjoyed the pay-per-view. You enjoyed the pay-per-view.
I enjoyed most of the pictures.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. For myself, Senior Scorpio, Invincible E. Vincent, thank you very much for watching. See you guys next week.
Take care.